This Could Get Dicey is a D&D podcast about dudes being bros. What adventures will they get into? Only time will tell. Like the name suggests, this podcast could get dicey. Content warnings can be found in the episode description. Hello, and welcome to This Could Get Dicey, a D&D podcast where a group of buds get to unwind from their 9-to-5s and step into the world of Drew Gala. My name is Destiny Nieto, I play Loomis Bjorn, and before things get a little too dicey, I'd just like to say it is a beautiful day to fly a kite.
Okay.
Go fly a kite.
Whoa. Cool.
It was nice and windy today. It was like literally a beautiful day to just go to the park and fly a kite.
Wow.
You just had
That's
a kite
leisure.
on hand?
Yes. So, coming up is the Kite Festival here in Austin, Texas. So, David bought a kite. Like a legit
one? Not the
like
not
a
the little
legit
dinosaur?
one. Not a dinosaur, unfortunately. But like a legit one that he went on like a subreddit and looked at comments, and this was one of the top ones that were recommended.
Dang, let's go.
Okay.
Dang.
Research.
Does it have like a fucking badass name?
Oh, I can't remember the official name, but we call it Zenny because that's part of the
okay.
name.
Okay.
That's
I
the
like
name
something
of
like
money
the-
in Monster Hunter.
Like
Yes.
everyone come up with a really cool kite name really quick. Mine is Breeze Blaster.
Breeze Blaster is really good.
That's
I was
good,
thinking
that's
like
real good.
the Wind Slicer 4000.
Yeah, that was where my head
Yep.
was at. I kept thinking Precision Air.
Ooh.
Yes.
That's good.
TM.
This Could Get Dicey kites coming.
Fuck all this RPG stuff.
It's kind of like how like Yamaha like sells like jet skis and pianos. Like we just like kind of pivot real hard. It's like we do D&D podcasts and sell kites.
So, kites. Hell yeah.
Hi, my name is Alex Villarreal. I play Ellis Vindove, and it's a beautiful day to make chicken broth.
Yeah.
You made it?
You made a chicken broth?
Yeah,
Like
That's
out of
really
chicken?
not very.
It's like really easy to make chicken broth. You're over here frying chicken and making chicken
Yeah.
broth is
Yeah,
complicated.
so
I guess I
easy.
just
Could
don't
you
know the
tell me
process.
like
Yeah.
that someone, that if they didn't know how to do it, how you would do that?
This is what I did over the course of several weeks and months. Whenever I would cut up chicken, I would debone chicken, or if I would just roast chicken, I would save the bones, and then I put all the bones in a bag, and I put that bag in the freezer. And every time I open the freezer, I look at the bag of bones and I go, "Need to break broth soon." And then on Sunday, I found myself waking up at 6 a.m., pouring a pot of coffee, and putting chicken bones into the oven because you like roast them in the oven to like get that Maillard reaction, get them a little toasted, bring out some of the flavor, and then you take all those bones and you put them in a pot, and then you cover them with water, and then you bring it to a boil, and then you simmer it for as long as you want to. And I did mine for 12 hours. And
Nice.
then once it was done, in the last hour, I also had a bag of veggie scraps.
Nice.
So the last hour I threw in the veggie scraps and then strained the thing, portioned it out. I made rice with the broth tonight for dinner, and I will say making chicken broth super underwhelming. Like at the end you're just like, I made this pot of broth, and then you taste it with a spoon, you're like, yep. Like tastes like chicken broth.
Chicken water, yeah. I know. I've been thinking about buying whole chickens at the grocery store just because, like, I don't go through as much. Like a chicken would last me like.
Oh, but dead. Like not alive.
Yes, a dead
chickens.
chicken. I'm not buying a live
Yeah,
chicken.
yeah,
Sorry.
yeah,
yeah. Nuts. Okay.
A whole roast chicken,
Okay.
but raw, and then like portioning it out, freezing the portions.
Yes.
What is a
And then that
raw
way I could be-
roasted chicken?
I've been trying to I've only been buying like bone-in chicken, at least like bone-in quarters or bone-in thighs, or I'm like slowly just because I mean learning how to like cut up a whole chicken if you eat chicken is like a useful skill. And then once you finish cutting it all up, you have all these like the carcass left. You turn that into broth.
What I need to get is like big soup pot.
Yeah. I just did it in my Dutch oven, but I want to make like
I want a stock pot.
And you can go, man, dog. You can go. I did mine for 12 hours. I mean, to make like a proper pork, like tonkatsu ramen broth.
I did a pork one for 24 hours. The whole house smelled like ginger and pork. Do you remember that, Destiny?
Yum.
Yes.
I came over and had some of that ramen.
Yes, you did. It was good.
It was good.
Sounds kind of good though.
It was good. But yeah, that was my big broth adventure on Sunday. Super exciting. My whole house smelled like chicken for all day.
Yummy.
Hello, I'm Kenny Chilton, and I'm playing Emil Mazak, and it's a beautiful day to perfectly sharpen a pencil on the first attempt.
Dude,
Alex, you thought
nice.
yours was going to be boring. Mine's about pencils, dog.
I don't know if you saw my eyebrows, but they kind of furrowed because I was just like, I don't remember the last time I've sharpened a pencil.
Oh, yes, I see.
Do you have what's our sharpener looking like? Is it a crank one? Is it electric? Nice. Okay.
It's
For
this
those at
little
home,
I have
plastic
the same
red
one in green.
it's a little red, like handheld
Like
sharpener,
reliable.
clear bottom, so you can see the scraps. Classic. Love seeing the scraps.
It was a perfect sharpen job. As someone who works with pencils a lot, and I break a lot of pencils. I waste a lot of wood. I'm sorry, rainforest. But this is no. I only use rainforest certified.
If you're listening,
pencils, I'm sorry. Damn it! All of our Brazilian listeners.
Brazil.
No,
Oh,
I'm
Brazil.
sorry. Anyway, it's just one of those fine things in life that's like brings me back to childhood. First of all, and second of all, it's like I did something right the first time. It didn't even do anything special. And how often does that happen?
for real. I will say you've inspired me. I want to throw away every fucking mechanical pencil in my fucking house because all I have are mechanical pencils and I hate them.
They all break.
I've always hated
They
mechanical
all
pencils.
break. It's a waste.
It all sucks.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go buy me some classic number 2s and an electric sharpener.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
And,
at my dad's house growing up, we had, because it was my grandparents' house beforehand, although that doesn't really answer why they had this, but in the garage, they had a mounted pencil sharpener.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Dude, nice.
For, like,
Yeah.
probably
building
like
stuff.
I don't know, like garage woodworky stuff.
Yeah, my grandpa had a lot of like stuff.
Now that I think of it, I'm pretty sure my grandpa had a mounted pencil sharpener in his garage. He must have been doing. These old white people must have been doing a lot of pencil sharpening.
A lot
in
of
their
pencil
garages.
sharpening. Hello, my name is Becky Schmader, and I'm the game master for This Could Get Dicey. And it's a beautiful day to start kind of working on a little apothecary station in your kitchen.
Ooh.
I don't even know what that means.
Apothecary, like herbalism and that's it. But I'm just
Like
drying
making
herbs
medicine?
right now.
Mhm.
Yeah, so I'm drying herbs right now. So the garden's going great. But every, as I'm progressing my gardening hobby here, you're growing all these herbs that you're like, I can't possibly eat all these herbs because it's just a lot. So working on either drying them out to store them, or you can dry some of them to turn them into like lip balms or like hand salves and stuff like that. So right now, but then also some flowers that I've been growing are also really good and actually have like medicinal qualities to help with like dry hands or rashes, things like that. And teas. Teas is a whole other part of this. So we'll be working on that too, Destiny. Not quite there yet, but I think I have
Let me know
chamomile
when
seeds.
we get there.
Yeah. So I'm working on creating a little station so that way I can like properly dry out the herbs and then can store little jars of stuff. Because the whole process is like you gotta dry out the herbs. If you're doing like say we're making like a little hand salve. I don't know. Is it with the L? Is the L silent? Does anyone know?
I think it's salve.
I've always.
I
said
think that's
salve.
not right at all, Kenny. I think you're really not right with that one. Anyways, we're making a little hand thing. You gotta to dry the herbs. Then you gotta put the herbs in oil for like. This is gonna be like a multi-month process, everybody. So Christmas presents coming in hot, probably, because you gotta dry the herbs for like a month to make sure they're like really crispy, and then you gotta put them in oil for like a month or two, so the oil gets all the oils from the herb or flower, and then you can take the oil, mix it with like beeswax, and make stuff.
That's dope.
So
Are you're drying it inside?
yes.
Cool.
Very witchy.
Because I have some herbs that I need to figure out how to start drying out because I cannot eat them fast enough.
I was gonna try drying them outside, but it's been so humid that I was like, that's gonna be bad.
Yeah,
So
that's
I'm
what I
gonna
was
try
thinking
drying
too.
them inside, and like I have that cabinet where I keep like my recipe books. That's a little table, and I was gonna like pin them to that, like upside down in small bunches.
You think I'm pretty sure it's pretty testy, but to toast them lightly on like almost like dehydrate them.
If you have an
Would that
air
speed
fryer,
it?
I think there might have a dehydrator setting,
Yeah, my air fryer does have a dehydrator setting, so
so you could
I
do
might
that.
test that out. Making stock, drying herbs.
Homesteading. This is all part of our the
Commune.
steps we're taking to commune life.
I don't think we don't need to get into that with the listeners.
Another episode.
Another episode. Hey, support us on Patreon so we can start a commune.
We'll run away with all the funds and dry herbs and kill chickens.
We can make a podcast on a commune. It's fine.
Yeah.
We won't have electricity. We won't have running water.
Communes can have electricity or running water.
I know this whole like completely off the grid thing. Let's not get into it. Are you all ready to play some Dungeons and Dragons?
Let's go fly a kite. What's that song? Let's go fly a kite. From Mary Poppins?
No idea.
Last we left off,
It's from
our
Mary
adventurers
Poppins. There's a
entered
song in
into
Mary Poppins called Let's Go Fly a Kite. I'm just saying. I'm not making this up.
I believe you.
I believe you. I've never seen it.
Same.
You've never seen Mary Poppins?
I've never seen a lot of things.
I also have never seen it, and that's not a lie.
But you know a song from it? Now I'm not even sure if the song's in it. Anyways,
Start the damn episode.
last we left off, our adventurers entered into Venzor and headed to Venzor's Varieties to meet up with Kara, Emil's wife. Emil met with Kara in privacy, where he showed himself to her and how he had changed over the last few weeks. He admitted the cure wasn't top of his mind, but that the bigger picture of a god coming back to devour the world was a little more pressing. Emil suggested Kara turn Venzor's Varieties into a sort of home base for the resistance, and she agreed. They then proceeded to do some hugging and kissing and loving.
Showed her all that wood.
Meanwhile, in Venzor's Varieties, the new associates of Loomis, Ellis, and Helena proceeded to run the store. Helena managed to sell some fine weapons to an old lady and her grandson, while Ellis and Loomis stole some of the fine goodies from the catalog. We begin again at as a group reconvenes downstairs, and the daughters of Emil and Kara make their way into the shop after their morning classes.
Shit. We're starting here.
All
Emil
right,
and
we
Kara
can
are
start.
still upstairs?
We can start wherever you want.
No, that's fine. I think that Emil and Kara are still not
Are y'all
down
done?
in the store.
Are y'all done upstairs?
No. No.
No.
But we're just like hanging out.
As Emil and Kara's daughters walk in, I turn on the sending stone as I see them in the door, and I go, "Oh shit, Emil, what are your kids' names?"
Angel and Salda.
Angel and Salda are here, and I motion to them. I go, "Angel, Salda, your parents are upstairs. We're in charge of the shop right now. How was your day?"
Shall we go upstairs?
I don't think so. I think they're having a big discussion.
Don't let them
about-
come upstairs. Do not let them come upstairs. We'll be down in just a second.
They're having a boring financial discussion.
Who cares if Papa's home? Loomis, you're back! And Angel runs up to Loomis and gives your... She's not very tall. Gives your leg like a hug.
I gently pat her on the head.
How were your adventures? Are you safe?
Well, I'm here, aren't I?
Yeah, but is Yeah. What happened?
A lot has actually happened. I don't think we should wait for your dad to get here.
We went up north to Ursa Nor, and we blew the whole town up, and then we traveled across the continent and met a dragon, and they're assembling an army of dragons.
You met a whole dragon?
It was a crystal dragon. I'd never even heard of one before.
She pulls out a notebook and writes down crystal dragon. Closes it, puts it back in her little pocket.
Her name was Corellia.
She pulls it back up and she's like, okay, I does anyone have a pencil sharpener? My pencil's a whittle doll.
I'm sure your dad has one. Go upstairs and ask. No, don't. And I pull out one of the sending stones. No, I don't have it. I think just Emil has it. I'm like, your dad actually has a device to talk to the dragon.
Okay, Papa, I'm coming upstairs.
I flick on the sending stone and I go, I'm fucked up. Sorry.
I wanna
put on clothes or
like,
whatever.
Try to grab her backpack or something to stop her from going up the stairs.
Make a dexterity check here to see if you're fast enough.
She too fast. I got a natural 1.
Okay.
For a 5, if that means anything.
Sure. Angel starts making her way up the stairs. Papa, I heard you have a sending stone that can talk to dragons.
Missile incoming, dude. Huge, giant nuclear bomb incoming. Oh my god.
Meanwhile, Salda comes up. Have you all been running the shop this afternoon or this morning? Is it going well?
Oh yeah. We've only been here for like 5 minutes.
Did the POS system make sense to you? Did you write down in the ledger what was sold?
Yeah, we've been writing down the ledger. Your dad, we had to like find the ledger. Your dad didn't tell us where it was, but we've only been running the shop for like an hour. This is our friend Helena, by the way. I don't know if you met her last time.
Good day. My name is Helena, champion of Siloria, protector of these 3, despite their wishes.
She sold a little boy a halberd.
Oh.
Do y'all have age restrictions here?
No, that's great. I mean, that's a big ticket item, so that's a great job. I'll take note of that for when you all interview when you're back from your travels. To work
interview
here.
for like a real position?
Yeah, right, exactly.
Have y'all ever hired externally before?
Yeah, we do. We do like seasonal workers during the holidays.
Like summer jobs for students and stuff?
Yeah.
Is it competitive?
Oh, we're competitive, yeah.
I will get my resume ready because once this is all over, I will need a job. And I extend my hand to her to like formally shake it.
We will remember you.
Thank you, Salda.
Meanwhile,
Emil has opened the door. He's dressed, but he is in dryad form, and he's like, "Yeah. Anyway, Kara, we'll finish those spreadsheets later." Angel, and I'll bend down to scoop her up, and I'll take a step forward onto the landing at the top of the stairs, and then stop, and then like actually remember and check for a reaction. Does she react to my appearance? I think right now I don't have my jacket on. It's just like my undershirt that's gone sleeveless. So I've got the bark arms and hands and neck showing.
I think as I imagine a young child that's kind of interested in fey magic and all kinds of magic species and creatures and everything that has to do with that world, surprisingly, like, it kind of just doesn't really faze her right away. She, like, you scoop her up, she hugs you, and I think she's really distracted by the dragon sending stone. At first, Papa, I heard that you have a sending stone to talk to a dragon, and that there's a dragon that that's making an army for you, and
that's true, actually. Yeah, that's true. I'll turn to Carrot. That's actually real. But first, tell me how things are going, Angel. How are you? Are you making any friends, or how are things?
Yeah, I've been making some friends. I told people that I am best friends with a vampire, and they thought that was pretty cool. So, that's been working in my favor.
I gotta keep that in mind. Loomis is one of my best friends too. And also,
cool.
he's secretly a general for a god that's coming back. So be careful. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Oh, okay.
No, Emil doesn't say that.
Okay.
It is pretty cool. And yeah, here's the setting stone. Here's how you use it. You just hold it, and you think really hard what you want to say to the dragon, and she'll hear you. You can tell her that you know me. But hey, if she sounds busy, it's because she's doing a really important job right now. So give it a shot. I'll hand her the setting stone.
Furiously grabs the stone from you. Okay. She kind of puts it to the side, takes out her notebook, and is looking through notes that she has about dragons that she's written down, which for I think she's 5, can't remember.
She's 5 or 6, yeah, something like that.
They're not very coherent notes, obviously,
Sure.
for a 5 or 6-year-old. Very much like dragon, pretty, big scales, scales underlined a bunch. Scales also spelled terribly wrong,
Absolutely.
And then she's like, okay, here, hold this, and she hands you the notebook to hold open. Hi, this is Angel, daughter to Emil Mazak, and I am calling to say hi to a dragon. The stone glows for a second and sends off its little message. Hello, little angel. This is Corellia, the crystal dragon, calling in to say hi, I guess. How may I be of assistance? On your side, Angel is like, oh my god, Papa, there's a dragon on the sending stone that is talking to me. Papa!
Hey, you go nuts. Have fun.
What's it like being a dragon?
You're going to have 20 minutes of stone time, and then we're going to turn it off and do something else, okay?
Okay.
And then I'll start heading downstairs to find the rest of them in Salda.
Angel has her stone time for 20 minutes with Corellia, who doesn't seem too busy at the moment and seems to be just as excited to speak to a 5 or 6-year-old as Angel is to talk to a dragon.
I'll come downstairs and say, how's the store, everyone? Looking over at Ellis and Loomis.
Great, everything's going great. We sold a sword to a kid, and everything's been fine other than that. And I kind of lean against Loomis,
Loomis leans away from him.
I stumble as I try to lean into Loomis harder.
Emil's not even really listening to this response, but he's looking over at Salda as the older child. She's 13, 14. I think that's what we established.
Something 11, 13, I don't know.
She's preteen age. And he'll look over at her and he say, hey, kid. You're going to notice some changes about your old man, huh? And he holds his arms out. What do you think of the new tattoos I got? No, they're not tattoos. I can't lie to you. Yeah, come over here. I want to show you some stuff.
She comes over and hugs you, and then kind of prepares to, or is taking you all in. Does it hurt? Are you okay?
I'm okay. It did hurt before. You remember how sick I was before I left?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm all better now. This is me better now.
Okay. Okay.
I met my mom. I met your grandma. And Angel's probably too young to understand all this, but I mean, she's like this too. It's in my blood. It's in your blood. This is part of who Mazaks are, I guess. It's called Dreesblood. I've always been straightforward with you, Salda, so I that's the only way I know how to go about this. Yeah, we it's not a condition. I used to call it a condition or an illness. It's just who we are, inherently. We are Dreesblood, We are. I don't know that we'll show up for you, but for me, it's been. And then I'll think for a second about Salda. Very practical, very useful and applicable out in the field. I'll like transform my hand into the like twisted root, sharp version. It's kept me alive. It's I'll like open up my hand back to my regular hand with some bark on it and like release some spores into the air. It's like I'm preparing to cast a spell or something. Like, and it's given me magic. Angel's always said that like magic is real, and you know she's always had this big belief that she's magical, and she's been correct the whole time. This is in me, and I've been on the road not to expand the business. As disappointed as you may hear to hear that, I've been finding out about it. I've been figuring out what's up with it, and that's what I know.
Okay, well, I am a little bummed that you weren't expanding the store at all, because I've been coming up with some cool plans to help with the store, but
it's not off the table. It's not off the table. Honestly, Salda, we've made a lot of connections. It's not off the table, right? Like, I look over at Ellis. We could still expand the business. Like, there's other opportunities out there for sure.
Oh yeah, there's A markets, B markets, C markets. We can corner every corner.
Oh, okay.
There's this store in Mistfall that is the like magic item business, but they also sell shrimp. And then their biggest competitors in town are a blacksmith who puts like an old guy on the side of the road in a rainstorm. Like, they have no business tact at all. Like, there are markets for us to take over.
Okay, and I mean, and that sounds. I'm glad that you're okay and you're not sick anymore.
Think about this. What are you thinking about this right here? And I like hold my hands back up. Not the business, not the store. What are you thinking about this?
I'm just glad you're okay. I mean, it's a lot to take in. I've never seen anybody with wooden hands.
It's okay.
But
it's totally okay. Yeah, I'm fine, and you're fine as well. You're not sick or anything, okay? Yeah, I mean, you've always known. I didn't know who my parents were or where I came from. Your grandfather was a businessman here in the city, so you've got that in you. He sold flowers. And your grandmother, my mom, was a community builder. Is a community builder. She's alive. Her name's Maria. But she's also a dryad. She's also this. And so I'm sorry I've kept that part of you away for so long, but now that we're figuring it out, I want to figure it out together. You've always helped me with the business. You've always helped me, but there's more to life. Ooh. Okay, I'm getting nervous just saying it. There's more to life than the business. There's more to life than the store. In balancing books. There's a whole big world out there.
But I like balancing the books and the math.
Me too. You know what? Me too. Nothing. I've fought dragons. I've been to hell. I mean, I've done a lot of stuff since I've been gone. Nothing beats the thrill of a perfectly in the black book. Trust me.
This is a lot to take in, but I'm glad that you figured this all out, and I'm glad I'm not sick, and I'm glad you're not sick, and that we're gonna be okay.
We can talk more later. I mean, think about it, okay? Just think about it. Talk to Angel. She's up on the tablet right now. If you wouldn't mind going up and checking on her, she's talking to a dragon.
Oh, well, that'd be kind of cool too, I guess. And I think for like the first time, like Salda's kind of thinking about magic in like a different way, as like less of a childish thing that like Angel's been latching onto, and more of like a reality of something that's part of the family.
Can I get a vibe of how she's... Is there scaredness there? Is she shot? Like, what is she feeling, thinking right now?
Go ahead and roll an insight check.
It's a natural one.
Okay. I think you're a very nervous dad who just told your preteen daughter that you are a dryad, that she has a dryad grandma, and that she might turn into a dryad one day. And I think with a natural one, you're like, maybe I'm just a little more nervous than she is, though, about this whole thing. And maybe that's all you can really get from it. But you're really nervous about it, so.
Yeah. I'll step aside and, like, feeling that I have zero tact and salesmanship in this moment. Just, like, step aside and busy myself with some random task at the counter that doesn't need to be done.
I think maybe the three of us were standing not too far away from this whole conversation. And I look at Loomis and I'm like, so do we clock out now, you think?
I feel like we should just stay clocked in.
Oh, I like that. I like that a lot more.
Actually, you're operating under an unpaid internship situation right now, so don't worry about it.
Oh, we're not worrying about it. And I look at Loomis and wink really hard.
Good. Well, Kara took it really well. Is Kara downstairs with us, or is she still upstairs with the girls?
I think she's still upstairs with the girls at the moment, kind of intrigued also by the sending stone directly to a dragon.
Yeah, I'll say. Yeah, Kara took it really well, actually. Very, very well. But, I mean, the girls, it's going to take a second for the kids to get used to it. I'm wondering if some space might be a good thing right now. Maybe we get out of the store and rendezvous with them for dinner. We could go do some spying or some observation.
Yeah, I definitely think some recon is smart. Let's not... I'm going to go ahead and throw this out there. Let's not fucking do anything tonight. Like, if we're going to take down Granic, I want to be a little bit more not as foolhardy, though that was fun. Theron Hill was a lot of fun. But, you know, and obviously plans are going to go awry. It's probably not going to work out exactly the way we want it to, but I just want to, not to put any more fear into your heart, Emil, but like, it's just really important that nothing we do in this city can like come back to your family at all.
That's fair. And yeah, I agree. Nothing should go awry today. We don't have another matchbook to save our asses, so let's be careful. What?
No, I didn't say anything.
Loomis, I don't know how long I could keep this secret for.
Helena, what's happening?
I sold a weapon to an old lady.
Oh,
and her
nice
grandson.
job.
Thank you.
Right on. Good job. There's no commission quite yet, but
Oh,
next time.
that is okay. Consider it charity for all the things that I have done for you.
Well, okay, hold on. Okay, so maybe we need to do some intel. Becky, do I know where the Urnox would live in the city? I'm specifically thinking of Kytheria. I want to like scope out her place.
The Urnock estate is where the Hallowmoon Ball was at.
Oh yes,
actually.
Okay.
Oh.
And also their estate is large enough that Kytheria probably just lives there. So she will be at the Urnock estate. You also know that the Valum family has a manor here. They're not from Venzor, but they come here enough due to business and stuff that they have like a...
They vacation here.
They vacation here. They travel here for work. that they have like a family manor that's here, much smaller than the estate is. It doesn't have like tons of property necessarily. It's just kind of like a, I won't say normal because they're still wealthy, but a smaller sized house that assumably Granic would stay at, as it's just kind of like the manor that the family would stay at when in town, basically.
All right, I think we should check out Granic's house first. He has a house here, just to see if he's in town already, and maybe if he's set up at home, or if he's set up at the Urnok estate, or what's going on. I think we should check out his house first, and we should probably not look like ourselves when we do that.
Agreed. And can't you use your bug thing that you
Oh
got?
my God, it's time. Hold my finger into like the little nook under my shirt where the pill bug is and pull him out. How are you doing, bud? Are you ready? He's ready.
It doesn't speak.
He puts on his little glasses and like...
Yeah, I put his little goggles on. Yeah, we could totally spy for sure.
I'm thinking, Emil, we find a place to post up. You hide away and focus on your little bug man. I can mask of many faces myself, and I can kind of do a perimeter check. And then Loomis, I could cast invisibility on you, and if you want to do a more thorough check, you can maybe hop in there and I'll try to keep an eye on patrols. And then Emil with the bug, if you want to do an even more thorough check and get in there bug style.
I think that's
bug style.
Really good idea. If Loomis, if you could carry the pill bug in, I could get, maybe it could get in the building even.
What am I to do? I know stealth is not necessarily my specialty, but I am a skilled warrior.
I'm going to be like in the zone in these goggles. So you're going to have to protect me, okay, if anyone like comes after us.
Most excellent. I can do that.
When it's time for warrior stuff, Helena, I got a plan for you.
That's most excellent to hear.
I'm just going to say the plan for Helena. So Helena's not very good at stealth.
That's correct.
But Helena's good at kicking ass.
Thank you. Someone admits it. She stares at Loomis.
I could potentially polymorph Helena into like a super cute gerbil or something, and could live like in my pack or in my pocket. That way, whenever we see Granic Valum, it would be so funny if he's just like, I've caught you red-handed, there's nowhere to run now. And I'm like, yeah, and we have this. And I hold out a gerbil, and he's going to go like, that's just a gerbil. And then I chuck the gerbil as hard as I can at Granic Valum. And then in that 1 point of damage that Helena's sure to take in the blunt force damage, it'll turn into Helena, who, if we remember, divine smited the living fuck out of Granic Valum.
That's right.
That's right, I did.
That'd be super fucking funny.
I would be most honored to be a creature in your backpack.
Hell yeah. But,
yes.
But that's not for tonight.
Not for tonight. I understand. Emergency sword tonight.
I like this. This is like war tactics. We're coming up with war tactics. This is good.
Hell yeah. And even more like war, I have a bomb. I have 2 bombs. Which we will be using one of those bombs. It might also be good once we like start to develop a plan post surveillance. We can go over our items and see what we have like kind of at our disposal, just so we're kind of using the fullest of our capabilities.
We just did an inventory, right? Like we just purchased a bunch of stuff. I think we're pretty good on what items we all have. Why nothing's changed?
Yeah, Liz, nothing has changed.
Oh, I'm just mostly I look at Loomis and I'm like, yeah, nothing's changed. I'm just looking at my character sheet. My character sheet's very unorganized, and I want to make sure that I'm not forgetting any of the items I have on hand.
I thought you were doing a we stole something bit.
That too. I'm Ellis. For somebody who's really good at deception, I don't even want to roll deception against Emil. I'm so intimidated by Emil.
Let's go do some spying. Hey, Kara, I'll call up.
Yeah. Oh, yes. We'll come on down. Come on, girls. And they all 3 come down the stairs, back down to the main area.
Angel, stone time is over. I'll take it.
Okay. Thank you, Papa, for letting me talk to the dragon. And also, I did notice you look more like a tree.
Yeah, it's talk to Salda about it. It's a part of being a Mazak, actually. It's a coming of age thing I've learned.
So, okay.
Angel has something so cool to tell you, actually.
Okay.
You know how you love the Fae?
I do.
You are part Fae.
Oh.
I met my mom. She's a Fae. We are descended from Fae. We have Fae blood in us. Oh, Kara, also I'm part Fae.
Oh, Papa, this is a lot to take in. But that is so exciting.
In a good way, right?
Yeah, very good. She pulls out her notebook again, and you see big letters. She just scribbles, "I am Faye."
I will pull an Emil Masonak off of my shoulder. I'll unbutton my shirt a little bit and show the berries sprouting on my shoulder, and I'll pull one off.
Oh.
Say, look, I grow stuff now. That's how Fae we are.
Oh, Mom, I need to get back to the house so I can look at my magic books and learn more about all of this.
Well, you have books about this, me? That'd be
well,
crazy.
Maybe I don't know. Maybe it's in the books. I'm not sure. I've never heard of tree people, but maybe there's something like tree people.
It's pretty cool. Yeah, go find out what you can. I'll hand the berry to Kara. Say, it's really good to see you again, but we've got to go to work, actually.
All right. Be safe, and we'll see you all for dinner. And thank you for telling the girls, and I'll be sure to keep talking to them about it too.
Thank you. I love you all. And I will lead the way towards Granic Valum's house. Is it in the Lightwatch district, in the fancy part of town?
It is in the Lightwatch district, in the fancy part of town.
We're in the same HOA.
Yes.
Okay. Cool.
Breaking news. I just ate a big sandwich. Thank you so much for listening to episode 85 of This Could Get Dicey. What a nice, clean, even number. Very rebellious. 85. Ooh, I'd be terrified of them. Thank you so much to our patrons. Y'all are wonderful, perfect human beings. Thank you for supporting our podcast in the way that you do. It helps it grow. It helps fuel the drive. If you feel like becoming a member and supporting our podcast, you can head on over to patreon.com/TCGDpod. You can sign up for any tier that works with your budget. We also have a free tier. It's where we upload a little video we do called This Did Get Dicey. You get to see our faces. We talk about the episode right after we finish recording it. And just pal around for a couple more minutes. It's just more content. It's just more us. If you could be so inclined, tell a friend or share our podcast on any social media you may be using. Tell a buddy. Word of mouth is always good. If you haven't left a review on Apple Podcasts, I will read it out loud, and I'll say whatever you want. I just did one. It was very silly. But other than that, thank you so much for listening. It's awesome that you're here, and let's get back to the episode.
You all head that way, passing many a house, manor, estate, and the like. Eventually, you kind of get to the block that the Valum Manor is on, and you can kind of see it from where you're at. It's like a gated or like a fenced-in home.
What's the distance? Sorry, real quick. From where we are to the manor. Is it within 200 feet?
It can be, yeah.
Okay, yeah, because the bug has a distance of 200 feet. I just want to make sure we're close enough to where I won't lose, contact with it.
Right.
Before we get any closer, I transform myself into Dev Lascelle. And...
Who?
I go, all right. Dev Lascelle? Isn't that Dev's last name?
Lassier.
Dev
Yeah.
Lassier. And I go, oh, I'm Dev. And I go, Loomis, are you ready to go invisible?
Yeah.
Okay, we have settings. Keep your setting stones on, and I will cast invisibility on Loomis. All right, Emil, you should be something too.
Oh, if I put something on, I'm gonna have to take another scar, and I don't really want to do that. Can I just hide?
You and Helena go find like an alley or a trash dumpster to hide inside of.
Yeah, I'll just hide. We don't need to have visuals on the house.
Actually, I mask of many faces into that old woman who just bought that battle axe.
Okay.
And I'm her.
Nice.
Okay.
I will give the bug to Emil. I mean, to what's your name? I'll give the bug to Loomis and say, when you get to like a good spot, like set this down and I can, I'll have it go inside.
You like hand it to him, but that's not where Loomis is because he's already invisible. But Loomis picks the bug up.
I'm so sorry. So sorry, little bug. Put his little goggles on. I hide and I put my goggles on.
Excellent. Helena is doing her due diligence and is perched and ready to watch you for however long. As Loomis and Ellis, you all head closer to the manor.
Knowing that, Loomis will probably want to like maybe try to hop over the gate or do something. I will start by just like slowly and hobbily walking along the sidewalk in front of the front like entrance to see like if there's guards posted outside, if they're rotating, like what's the whole like situation there.
Sure, as you get closer, you see that there is like a small gatehouse that is in front of the manor. Very small gatehouse. There's probably like 2 guards posted there, and you can see that there's actually like 3 total guards, and that one of them has like gone out into the small yard to kind of just like patrol around the perimeter a little bit before they return as well. So there are 3 guards total, 1 always patrolling. There's also a gate here at the front, as well as like a tall like brick fence with the like little metal cast iron spears on the top. That kind of fence around the whole outside.
I kind of want to gauge their intelligence / just like what kind of vibe they're putting off. So as I walk past the gatehouse, I will say, I will like feebly like wave my hand out, and I'll say, "Excuse me, boys. Excuse me, boys."
Yes, ma'am. Is there something that you need?
Oh, forgive me, forgive an old grandmother for bothering you on this fine day. I was wondering where the House of Wonders is.
Oh, from here, you're going to go down the street for about 4 blocks. Then you're going to take a right, and then a left, and then another left, and then a right. And then I think you're going to walk for 4 more blocks. Then you're going to cross the bridge into the other district, and then you're going to take a right, and then a left, and then a left, and then a right and a right. And I know that sounds crazy to not just like walk straight, but there's reasons. And then you're going to take another left, and then probably walk another 4 or 5 blocks, and then you should be able to see it from there.
Oh, it's not every day that you get to get directions from such handsome boys.
Oh, thanks. This is a different one talking now. Oh, thanks, ma'am. That's very kind of you to say about us.
Where house is this? It's beautiful.
Oh, this is the Valum Manor. You know the Valum family?
Oh, I've heard of the Valum family. The old man Valum and we have a bit of a history together.
Oh, really? Oh, that's cool.
I will spare you the gory details. I'm hoping like while I'm like just like I want to do my two goals while speaking to these two men is one, I'd like to do they seem like kind of dopey, dumb, like contract guards, and slash just bide as much time as possible to give Loomis any opportunity to just mosey past.
Go ahead and roll an insight check on the guards. You see now that the third guard has come back, and is like, it's all clear around the grounds. Who's next?
I will use an inspiration point
Okay.
that I got from the pebble, the stone. That is a 14 plus 4 for an 18.
These do not seem like the brightest guards. These are certainly not like elite bodyguards for the Valum estate or anything like that. These are just kind of your run-of-the-mill sort of contract hires that are here to just make sure no funny business happens. They do not seem highly intelligent at all.
As I'm kind of wrapping up my conversation with them, I'm like, well, I'll be back when y'all's shift is over, and maybe you can take an old lady out on the town.
That sounds kind of fun. Okay.
I'll be back. Don't go home. No matter what. And I kind of shimmy and shake as I'm waving back to them as I continue to just kind of walk very slowly like an old feeble person and walk around the block.
For an old feeble person, she was kind of hot.
Let's go.
I'd spank myself.
And one of the other guards is like, Brian, I don't understand your taste in women. I'll be honest. You seem all over the place, brother.
You said all the three guards were at one point at the front gate talking with the old lady, a hot old lady. As soon as the third one came to the gate, Loomis is going to try to get to the other side, past them.
Okay. Go ahead.
Loomis and the bug.
And the bug. Loomis and the bug, go ahead and roll a stealth check with advantage since you're invisible.
A 9 plus 6, 15.
15. Okay. With a 15, it's not despite your superior body, it is not the most graceful of vaulting across the wall that you've ever done, but you do manage to do it fairly silently.
The bug was weighing me down.
Right, of course. The bug was weighing you down. But you managed to get to the other side and land fairly gently and silently. You didn't do this right in front of the guardhouse or anything, so you have a little bit of leeway there. And you are inside the grounds.
What do I see?
Roll a perception check.
A 4.
It's a house. Looks like a house. They got some shrubs. They got some topiaries. Overall, it's not as extravagant as the Ernok estate is. It's much smaller. This seems kind of 4-bedroom house instead of the Ernok estate is probably a 10-bedroom house or something like that. So it's still a sizable home, but nothing too crazy. But pretty normal looking grounds, and that's kind of all you can tell from here.
Stealthily but quickly, Loomis is going to go to the front of the house and start surveilling the front, looking into windows, seeing if there's any additional guards past the first 3 within the yard and the front gate.
Okay. Go ahead and as you're getting closer, roll an investigation check.
18 plus 4.
Okay. With a 22, you manage to make your way up to the front of the house, which, is a little bit away from the gatehouse. You can see it's a beautiful oak door, front door, no windows there, but moving off to the left and right, you can see that there's some windows with the curtains drawn open so you can kind of peer inside. With a 22, you can also tell that there's no other guards really on the grounds and that there doesn't appear to be any guards from the windows that you're looking through. You do see that there is a butler of sorts on the inside who is, kind of tidying the place up a little bit and perhaps working on some documents and stuff, sort of managing the estate.
Are any of the windows open, slightly open? Any cracks within the front of the house?
With a 22, you do not see that any of these windows are open at the moment. No cracks in them or anything like that. It's a well-kept house that's sealed up, but you can tell that they are not latched.
Loomis is going to try to open one opposite end of where this butler is, ever so slightly, that a pill bug could fit underneath it.
Okay. You managed to kind of find another window, perhaps that's like more towards like the kitchen side of the house, away from where the butler's at, and go ahead and roll a sleight of hand.
18 plus 6.
Okay. With a 24, you managed to like so effortlessly like put your kind of like your nail under the windowsill and like prop it up just a little bit, and you can get the pill bug under the window and kind of push it into the kitchen.
As I'm about to put the pill bug underneath the window, I have it look at me, and then in the sending stone to the other two, just go, okay, the pill bug is going in. I'm gonna try to go in a different way.
The pill bug is now inside the kitchen.
All right, it's our time. I say out loud to Helena.
Okay, I am here and ready to protect you. If anything exciting, if you could see anything exciting through the eyes of the pill bug, I would love to know.
Oh, I'll share it. Don't worry. And with the goggles on, the description of the item says I can see through these goggles that the bug is wearing. Do I have like control of the bug, or it's just like doing its thing?
I imagine there's like a slight psychic connection here. So why don't you go ahead and roll? You could do either like animal handling or a persuasion check here to kind of see if the pill bug is going to listen to you, as this is your first time working with the pill bug.
Can I use a spell slot to cast Speak with Animals to have advantage on this roll?
Sure.
Okay. I will do that. Persuasion, 10 plus 5, 15, or... Yeah, a 15.
With a 15 and with Speak with Animals activated, you can now, the like connection comes through clearly, and you start to hear the thoughts of the pill bug. And at first it's like, I'm in the kitchen and it's very nice in here, and I'm just a little pill bug, and maybe there's some lettuce nearby that I can eat, and wouldn't that be so nice as a pill bug to eat some lettuce? And it's just like,
Focus. I'll give you all the lettuce you want later.
Oh, yes, sir, I am your pill bug.
We're looking for anything incriminating. I don't think it's going to be in the kitchen.
Not in the kitchen. Okay, I'm on
Let's
my way.
make our way, avoiding any potential bug traps. I'm sure they have, like, pest control. Let's get to, a room more substantial than this one. A study or something.
A study. Okay, yes, sir, I am on my way. I'm just a little pill bug on my way through the kitchen to a study or something like that. And kind of has to like sing to remember the instructions.
We all have our study habits.
Yeah. As it makes its way, I mean, it's a pill bug. It can only move so fast, but it starts making its way towards out of the kitchen. It doesn't really know the floor plan here, so it's like, I think this is where a study might be.
Sure.
Who knows?
Let's just explore. You never know. Does the kitchen look like someone's been here besides like someone keeping the house? Does it look like it's lived in?
Roll a perception check as you're looking through these pill bug's eyes.
12.
With a 12, you can tell that someone's been here somewhat recently, and like the butler had like made breakfast for somebody else, and that they had kind of cleaned it up a little bit, but you can kind of see some leftovers. Like there's a large chunk of like ham on the table still, which a butler wouldn't just like have a giant nice cut like that out by himself. So that like somebody else must be staying here.
I think Granic's home.
I think
I'll say into the sending stone.
And we're going. Oh, okay, not to the bug.
As Emil says that, And after Loomis put the bug in the window, Loomis closes the window back, even though it wasn't really open that much, and wants to do another check of the house, but this time like on the house, walking on the side of it, on the roof, looking in every single window or opening or whatnot, just to see if there's anyone else other than the butler he saw downstairs.
Okay. Go ahead and roll an investigation check again.
Ooh, that's another 18 plus 4 for
22.
22.
With a 22, you you're climbing up the walls, you're checking the chimneys, you're checking all the windows. You know that you can kind of like tell where the butler was at, and you can tell that there's like a fire burning in that room that the butler's in, but you know there's other chimneys that lead to other rooms where there would be like fireplaces and sort of like the master bedrooms and things like that. No fires in there actively at the moment. You look through some of the windows and you do not see anybody else at this time.
You say at this time, do I see any like lived in, if that makes sense? I know there's a butler, so assumably the bed would be made, but is there maybe additional clothes around, or like a suitcase, or just something that would give indication that someone else has been here recently?
You see in what you're kind of guessing is like either the main bedroom or like the second main bedroom, like one of the larger rooms in the house. You see that there is some luggage and some like, you know, like cloaks and hats kind of like hung up, and like some sort of luggage that's been slightly unpacked, a desk that has like maybe some paperwork on it, that kind of thing.
In the sending stone, Loomis goes, I think he's in town. He's not here right now.
What do do you want to try and get in there, Loomis? And we could like set a trap in this guy's bed or some shit. I don't know. Like, what do we want to do? Like, we said we don't do anything crazy. I know, nothing crazy, but I mean, let's try and get something valuable, I guess, out of this guy's house. Information,
I mean, even if, yeah, like, ultimately, we kind of get the picture that there's at least people higher than Granic in this whole Ponzi scheme. So if shit, Loomis, if you can potentially get in there, I can also get to you, Loomis, if I need to get to you. But if you can sneak in there and potentially find any info, I mean, that's a win.
Did you say there's a chimney or fireplace in the room where it looks like people other than the butler is? Or is it just where the butler... Okay.
Being that this is one of the main bedrooms, there is a chimney and fireplace in it as well.
Okay, Loomis would like to go into room through fireplace.
Okay.
Sneakily.
Okay. Roll a stealth check. With advantage? Yes, because you're invisible.
Triple advantage because I have my cloak of elven kind?
No.
Okay.
Because that's not real. That's not a real thing. Triple advantage is fake.
Says who?
Sounds real to me. Sounds good to me.
I don't get why triple advantage
15 plus 6.
50. Okay.
All right.
With a 21, you manage to, with your superior body, you don't really need to do any sort of like crazy acrobatics to get down. You sort of just like climb down using like your fingertips, like Spider-Man.
As Santa Claus, that shit.
Santa Claus and Spider-Man your way down. With your high stealth, you have top of mind that you just went through a chimney with lots of like ash, and you find like a little broom next to the fireplace that's used to sweep up ash. And you kind of clean your feet off so that way you don't track in a bunch of ash. And while you enter into this room through the chimney, we will cut back to the bug. Hello, sir. I think I have made it to a room that has lots of books or things like that in it. I am a bug. Yeah. Are these books?
Let's see. What do I see? Is this a study?
You seem to be in some sort of study or library.
What's out? What looks like it's being used or read, or what's the frequented space here? A desk?
Yeah, you see that there's a desk in here. There's also like another fireplace, a large kind of some large furniture for sitting seats and couches and things like that. It seems like pretty tidy. Like there's not a lot of stuff on the desk. There's not, like it's pretty just sort of like bills and really not important looking letters, and like letters not even from like Granic, but like perhaps like other members of like the Valum family. As far as like any books that have been pulled out or anything like that, none of them seem that interesting. They're kind of just like random fiction stories that like
God, this guy's boring.
just books. Yeah, they're just like normal books, little like history books. Just
All of these bookcases are real bookcases, not like a hidden door.
roll a perception or investigation.
An 18 perception.
You have the bug kind of go around here and go across like all of the bookshelves, and that seems like they're all very normal.
Loomis, avoid the study. There's nothing interesting in here, according to my pillbug.
Ellis, do you have to have seen someone to disguise as them?
I think it helps, definitely. Like if I only ever saw a picture of somebody, I would probably only be able to transform into like what I imagined like a real life person would look like. Why?
I think it would be beneficial to us if you knew what the butler looked like.
Easy. I will expend a... Let me check what level spell. A 4th level spell slot to polymorph into a pigeon. Just a regular old dumb looking pigeon.
Okay.
And I will fly just like fly over the fence and do like the pigeon walk as I'm like walking across the lawn, and I will like make my way up to a window, like trying to see what this butler looks like.
Go ahead and roll an investigation check with your stats, since they're mental stats, to see if you can find where this butler's at.
15.
With a 15 and kind of Loomis's probably slight guidance on what room they last saw the butler in, you manage to fly it to the windowsill, and you peer in, and you can see that there is a butler in there that is like tidying just another sitting room that they have, kind of messing with some flowers, perhaps making sure those are looking nice, wiping down surfaces, things like that.
Any specific like race or characteristic, just for my own notes?
He is a human man, older, balding, gray hair, kind of just has like the ring of hair around the side of his head, not on the top of his head. He wears little tiny spectacles, so small that you're like, how can anyone even see through those? Other than that, just an old man.
Into the sending stone I go, "Coo," and I take a fat bird poop on the windowsill.
Wait. You need to be able to copy his voice. Don't leave yet. You don't know what he sounds like.
Coo. I go up like to the window, and oh no, I know what I do. No. Pigeons only have like 1 hit point for show. I was gonna be like, I'm gonna fly into the window, like birds do, but that would be very bad. I just kind of like, I'm at the window and I just start pecking on the glass.
Roll a persuasion check.
Nice.
I gotta do some big math real quick. Hold on.
Just say the numbers out loud and someone will do the math for you.
It's a 19. It's a 19 plus 13 for a 32.
32.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, with a 32, this is the most convincing pigeon anyone's ever seen in their lives.
It's a little too convincing.
It's a little too convincing. You do like a beautiful shit on the windowsill and then kind of walk across and then like peck at it. Then you're kind of scratching your feet on the windowsill looking for bugs and then kind of keep tapping on the window. You manage to get the butler's attention and he kind of like scuffles on over and it like flings the window open, trying to get you off the windowsill. Bird, get out of here. Be gone from this windowsill. You desecrate it with your feces. Do you leave? As he's kind of like, he's like waving his hand and saying all this and trying to like get you to go.
Above table, I wrote down old English accent, Becky style, bird.
It's a little bit reminiscent of the stork. Not the stork, not stork.
The
Bird.
raven or the like hawk.
Sure.
The raven was a little more than that,
Yeah.
though. This is
Yeah.
the raven.
It's like reeled in a little bit.
The second the window opens and I get even a sentence heard, I shit again. Bigger, huge. so fucking. It's
Just
like
got it
really
on
gross.
standby.
And I poop so hard it like kind of like jumps me into the air and I fly away.
You hear just as you're flying away, what a disgusting creature that was, shitting everywhere, you despicable creature.
And as I fly away, I also fly over Brian, the guard, poop on him too, and then I fly to.
It's a lot of poop you got in you.
I imagine like it like sort of like translates to like all the poop that is inside me is also the poop inside of Ellis, so it's like.
You haven't been pooping,
like
Ellis? Is that what you're trying to
it's
say?
like a proportion. We've never taken a bathroom break. We've never taken one. 85 episodes. But I don't fly directly to. I don't want to be like, damn, look at that crazy shitting bird, and then I fly next to Emil, who's like hunched over in his goggles. But I just Ellis like deems like my mission complete, S ranked, and I fly away.
And as we're cutting back to Loomis, who's about to start kind of digging through this room a little bit, we will end there for this evening.
Okay.
Where this could get dicey.
I hope not. I hope this is
Subterfuge.
just a chill. Could be house visit.
Hi, thank you so much for listening to This Could Get Dicey. If you like what you hear, please tell a friend, write a review wherever you listen to this, share it on your socials, tag us. We are TCGD Pod on Instagram. I think we're on Threads, we're on Blue Sky, we're everywhere. Check us out on Patreon and be sure to tune in also for our next episode on Wednesday, May 7th.